My purpose this evening, so far as the program is concerned, is to talk to you for just a few minutes about the Escort, that's the personal bodyguards, and the staff of Nathan Bedford Forrest. I got involved in this particular research and writing project through one of those happy accidents that still occurs in the study of history. About 3 years ago, I had a group of students on a trip to Carnton at Franklin. The young man there, Heath Matthews, who at that time was their military historian at historic Carnton Plantation, said to me, "We have 2 notebooks full of the minutes that were kept by a Veterans Association formed by Nathan Bedford Forrest Bodyguard. We don't plan to do anything with them. Would you like to have them?" Well, I thought long and hard.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly an entire heartbeat. And I got those copies, of course, the originals, which would be in the museum. I got the copies and learned some very interesting things about that group, and then did research to reconstruct their wartime activities. So on the basis of that fortuitous accident that let me know that this group of only 100 men had their own Veterans Association and would meet for many years after the war, I was able to produce at least a small part of our continuing development of history about the war. It is the late summer of 1862. Montgomery Little. Now, did you notice the name I just gave you? Montgomery Little. Does that name Montgomery ring any bells? Mary Montgomery Forrest. This man is a cousin by marriage. His mother and Mrs. Bedford Forrest are relatives, so he's a cousin of Nathan by marriage of Nathan Bedford Forrest. Captain Montgomery Little was sent into Bedford County, Tennessee. Now, a lot of people think the county is named for the general. It's not. The general is named for the county. When he was born, his mother couldn't come up with a good middle name, so she said, "Oh shoot, just name him Bedford." That's where he's born. So Montgomery Little is sent into Bedford County to try to recruit a group of daring young men who want to follow a daring leader. Now, of course, he has to be circumspect in what he's doing, because at that time, the first Union incursion into Middle Tennessee has just taken place. Don Carlos Buell is just the other side of the mountain over there. He is getting pretty close to Cowan on his way here to Chattanooga. He never made it, but he had started. Ormsby Mitchell, another Union general, is all the way down to Huntsville, Alabama. And Bedford County, Tennessee, Shelbyville, the county seat, is right in the middle of this Union-occupied area. So Montgomery Little has to be very careful in his recruiting activities. But he is an excellent recruiting officer. He knew just where to go to find young men. Now, in the summer of 1862, if you wanted to find young men, where would you go? Well, bless your heart, you'd go the same place you would in the summer of 2007. You'd go where the young women are. So that's exactly where he went. He went to the church socials, he went to the country dances, he went to the corn shuckings and the barn raisins, because he knew that wherever there was a group of young women and young men would be there. And he also knew, when he said to the young men, "I'm recruiting for Bedford Forrest," anybody who didn't step up and sign their name, well, they weren't going to have a partner for the dance that night.